someone play first. Winning dice rolls all the time. We definitely want to have our remand open for. Let's see. Well, thanks for joining. We got a real easy concession. So we want to have a remand open in turn 2. That's for sure. The question is, how much do we care to opt? Not knowing what our opponent's on, I really don't know what we're looking for with an opt. So if we play an opt and we see a bolt, and they just played a land and pass, we don't know if that bolt's good. So we're gonna keep, and we're gonna lead with the Wandering Fumarole, just to go ahead and have that out there, because we really don't need to opt right away. But I would like to have 3 mana open for Obstructionist on turn 3, 2 mana for Remand. I feel like all those plays are far more important than opting on turn 1. We can opt at any point later on in the game once we know things we need to win the game. So Cinderglade tells us this is likely a Scape Shift deck. The fact that Cinderglade is most likely red-green Scape Shift. So we can counter one ability. We could counter like a Primeval Titans Enter the Battlefield effect. And we could counter like one Valakut trigger from a mountain. Oh, no, Arbor Elf. So an Arbor Elf makes it look like it's Ponza. That means this remand's going to get notably worse over time, so we're actually going to remand this card. The reason remand's going to get worse is they're going to start generating plenty of mana through different effects, and so if I am remanding spells, they'll sometimes be able to just recast those spells same turn. Now, not knowing all the interactions, Nimble Obstructionist is a card that's going to take a lot of learning curve to know which are abilities I'll be able to counter. Activate your triggered ability. Anything that looks sweet, we'll try to put it on the stack, and we'll see if Magic Online lets us. So we have this opt that we're probably going to use. We did keep Obstructionist open just in case. If they go Arbor Elf again, we'll be shooting it. Double Arbor Elf, that'd be unfortunate. Yeah. Bird. Bird's not great, so that's a bunch of 1-drops. I've seen some of these lists floating around, and they'll run Forked Bolt right now. I wish I ran Forked Bolt over like Burst Lightning, because a Forked Bolt right here would be just insane. Just shoot. Alright, so we're going to opt first. The better opt art. I like it more than the pirate. Put that on bottom. I really don't care about Delver. We're going to shoot this Arbor Elf. So I don't want them being able to get synergies off Arbor Elf and producing 4 mana. Primeval Titan's definitely a card they run. So Spire Elf would enter the battlefield tapped. I want to have Remand open, so we're going to actually take 2 to play this. If they don't do anything that makes us remand it, we could flash in Nimble Obstructionist and Wizard's Lightning this Birds of Paradise. Garruk Wild Speaker. I feel like this is Snapcasterable. And then we remand the Garruk. So we're just trying to find ways to squeeze a little bit of damage onto the battlefield and then tempo them out of the game once we've established a little bit of those kinds of plays. So Nissa, so what do they find? So I play the Windswept Heath. Could be out of lands. They might not be. So we know one card in hand is Garruk. Kind of want to shoot this Birds of Paradise now. Oh, so if I shoot Bird, then he can go Garuk, plus untap lands. I can cycle Nimble Obstructionist. And I can hit Garuk to 1, and then flashback Snapcaster Mage to finish it. I think that's the better line. Because we don't want Garuk in here generating a bunch of free mana. So let's first attack. I mean, that's definitely happening. Do we care about the bird? They're getting really close to being able to just cast Inferno Titan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They actually can't just cast Inferno Titan. So I think we actually do want to kill this bird. So if they miss a land drop, they can't. Just Windmill Slam Inferno. Get a dual-landed bolt? No. So the next aspect of it is, do we want to keep up Spell Snare? And I don't think we do. Last turn, if they had a 2-drop, and if they had a land in hand. So if there's let's see. Yeah, definitely, man. Take it easy. Join us next time. So if they'd had a 2-drop, they could have gone land, play the 2-drop after we remanded the Garuk. So I don't think that's exactly what we're expecting. Alright, so he's going to cast a Garuk. Plus. So we're going to cycle, and we're going to counter this ability. That's great. Oh, we can actually just kill... Oh yeah, this is fine. So we're actually going to shock this in. Pay 2 life. Wandering Fumarole is great, because Wandering Fumarole is actually going to kill the Garuk by itself. Attack Garuk, attack the opponent. Switch power and toughness. Cool. So if you're playing against this deck, one thing Zandy had pointed out to me is when I activate Wandering Fumarole, if you want to kill with a Lightning Bolt, in response to me activating it, if you Lightning Bolt it, then it has to resolve at some point, so eventually it will get stuck, taking 3 damage while its toughness is down. Acidic Slime, blowing up, Wandering Fumarole. It's probably one of the worst things to happen for us, and it's still okay. Because then we Wizard's Lightning the slime, attack for 2 again. Primal Command. Target player gains 7 life. Put target non-creature permanent on top of its owner's library. That's fine. So we just play Wandering Fumarole next turn. We're going to draw it still. That's okay. Yeah, the Primal Command did not really do much to set us that far back. So we're just waiting to opt, draw the Wandering Fumarole, and then we get another draw for turn. A Lavamancer would be really good here, just so we can just have an additional piece to our clock. Snapcaster Mages, when we draw them in multiple, do make Lavamancer worse, but that's okay. It's worth noting, between Snapcaster Mage, we do want Wandering Fumarole, because it is a pretty relevant clock. We didn't want the island, but that's okay. Let's see. So we have 6, 7, 8, so they're effectively at 14 currently. This deck is sweet. That's what we're going for. So far when they have to Primal Command our Wandering Fumarole, we're feeling pretty good. And it's just because they obviously didn't have any other action, and so Wandering Fumarole is just too much of a clock. Like if they had a 6-line, they would have had to cast that there. So this is good. This is where we want to be. Alright. This deck is just the best. I can't express enough. I mean, is it to the heart? Like, all the way down. I love tempo. I used to think I was Azorius and played these control decks. No, that's not what I want. I want to have some tempo. I want to have some choices. I want to have the opportunity to outplay an opponent. But more than anything, I want to be able to just close the game out with some of these ridiculous red spells. So just sprinkling some red spells in. That's all we want to do. Alright. Opponent has nothing. Another Sprawl's fine. So that will produce 3. Primal Command again. Okay, we're just gonna try to tempo out. But so we could Snapcaster opt again, but I don't think we really gain enough from that. Alright, so they get Huntmaster, the Fells. Huntmaster is a bit of a pain, but we can clean that up through burn spells. Is this the from the vaults? Looks like from the vault. I like that art. So this kind of deck, this deck, it's a little more interactive than Tron. It doesn't need to assemble these 3 lands, but I've always felt like it's similar to Tron. It's trying to play a few really strong, impactful cards. For theirs, the cards are a little bit less strong, but they impact me. They're a little bit easier to cast if your opponent messes up your plan. So it's like a safe version of Tron is always how I've always felt about it. And I feel like this matchup is going similar to how the matchup would go with any other deck, right? Or with the Tron deck, where I'm able to just kind of play these tempo spells and eventually get there over time. So we'll see if that's accurate. That's kind of the thought. Nykthos is pretty good. Eternal Witness. Now that one is unfortunate. Could Snapcaster for an opt here. That might be better. At this point, I want to, because we have Huntmaster coming. They're about to get back a Garruk or another Primal Command. So I actually want to see if we can find a way to interact with this Eternal Witness before it resolves. Let's see. Snapcaster Mage. I don't think Snapcaster is how we're going to get there. So they get back Garruk. They play Garruk. They untap the Force with the Utopia Sprawls. And they untap Cinderglade. And then they play Huntmaster the Fells. So we were a pretty good spot. And it just kind of got out of hand. I guess they could also just generate an insane amount of mana with Nykthos right now. Their devotion is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. A type. Yeah, they can generate a lot of mana. So 7 going to 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. So they have 12 mana basically. And now because we sent away... No, this is, dang it. There's a third primal command. Oh, that really messes up our draw. No. This is just wizards. We were, like, pretty well off. I think 3 primal commands is what did us in. So he has a Huntmaster of the Fells in hand. He's about to go find another creature. We're about to draw a Wandering Fumarole, so whatever creature he finds, he's going to be able to play. Yeah, triple primal command is pretty rough. Yeah, I feel confident we're about ready to concede this one. Yeah, we can go and concede this game, because they're going to primal command. They're going to get back primal command again, bounce Wandering Fumarole again, and so we're going to be missing multiple draw steps, and this Karuk's going to just ultimate before we have a chance to do anything else. I like Roast. I really like Magma Sprays. He's trying to play big things so we can Disdainful Stroke. Melody doesn't really hit the super relevant things very efficiently. Primal commands are kind of a pain, so maybe negates. I really just don't love Delvers. Burst Lightning's pretty good. Grim Lavamancer's pretty good. Vendilion Click's pretty good. If we're bringing in sprays, I don't think we need these abrades. We can trim down on remands because they do generate a bunch of mana. And I think I'm okay trimming... actually, let's get rid of these spell snares. Let's bring in a negate. So let's swords. Convert mana cost. Yeah, we'll try this out. We haven't really, there's just, I don't think their deck plays a lot of 2-drops. They're trying to cheat around their 2-drops. We're going to first, yes. I think this hand's good. So we're going to be able to have Lavamancer rolling pretty quick, so any mana dorks that come into play, we're going to be able to shoot those off before they get out of hand. And that's going to be our primary goal, is to keep mana dorks off the battlefield. Disdainful Stroke's another card that I think's really well positioned in this current format. Between Hollow One and Tron, and just mid-range decks, blue-white, things like that. There's a lot of converter mana cost 4 graders that you can counter. We just need to not get triple primal command. I did not play back in, I think it was Lore and Block when those commands were out. I did not have a lot of high esteem for primal command. I still don't think it's really a great card. In that situation, where you're running 3 primal commands in a row, back to back to back, messing my draw steps up were pretty good. When I did opt, I should have probably sent the Wandering Fumarole away, just to keep that from being a possibility. But I also don't want to send away anything contributing to our clock, because we need to have a relevant clock. See, so our turn 1 play is going to be Lavamancer, and that's going to leave us open to turn 2 Opt and Burst Lightning, and then turn 3 we get to start activating Lavamancer and have Disdainful Stroke. So we have an entire curve through our hand. Our opponent's going slower than we are, which is not normally the case. Normally I spend so much time talking. Yeah, Dredge is my primary deck. It's what I've been playing for the last 2 or 3 months probably. Primal Command can be a pain. But I mean, I don't know. I don't like them gaining 7 life. I don't mind it, because like, unless I have 1 Dredger in the yard and they put that on top, the rest of the stuff they put on top doesn't really matter, because I'm going to just dredge for my draw step. Unless Primal Command has another effect. Let's see. Does it like shuffle? Let's see what Primal Command does. Oh, nope. Target player shuffles their graveyard. Okay, yeah. No, that part's awful. That's true. So yeah, Primal Command looks terrifying. That's also why, like, as a Dredge player, like, you always want to sandbag. Um, like, so sometimes I won't have multiple Stinkweed Imps in my yard, even though I would have a chance to draw multiple. Like, I'll always keep one in hand and I'll try to like hold on to a discard spell just so that way we're not super out of it. Like if the moment I get a chance, like if my game plan's rolling, I can start flashing back Faithless Lootings. I'll hold on to an Instant Neonate or Faithless Looting or Cathartic Reunion, and that way if they do have a way to nix the graveyard and it's not a constant effect like a Rest in Peace, if it's a one-time effect, I can just start rolling again. But in game ones, you obviously probably don't play around Primal Command as much. Well, our opponent's going to take a little while, so I guess while they do that, I hope everybody's having a good day. Okay, here we go. Alright, so Spire Bluff, Lavamancer, and F6. I love old art cards way more than new art cards. Sweet. Torment, I think. Yeah. They play a mana dork, we're going to kill it on our turn. Sprawl, nope, alright, so that's fine. Wizard's Lightning's pretty good. So we aren't going to have any way that this card's going to be able to be active, so we can go ahead and attack for one. We don't have Jataxian Probes. It's not legal, so there's no way we're going to have two cards in our graveyard. And the mana open to activate them. Okay, so they have a 3-drop potentially. Strangleroot Geist. Okay. That's fine. Oath of Nissa. Yeah. So we're going to opt before we do anything else, because if we can hit a Magma Spray, that would be way better than Burst Lightning the Strangleroot Geist. Alright, so they get a Nykthos. So we definitely want to do something, because right now they have a mana count of 4. Magma Spray. We have 2 of them. One top. Oh, bottom that. I don't need another land. Burst Lightning. That's not what I wanted. So we can shoot the Strangleroot Geist after it attacks. It's going to come back. Is that 3-2, right? I want to do it after he's declared his attackers because that's haste. I don't want to come back and then attacking for 3. We're going to untap, play Island, and we're going to activate our Lavamancer to kill this Strangleroot Geist because I don't want him playing Nykthos and generating a bunch of mana. So Lavamancer's a little awkward because like early in the stages of the game, you're really kind of attacking your own value with Snapcaster Mages, but I think it's what Lavamancer does in the long game is worth it. You don't have a ton of fetch lands, but that's okay. Yeah, we don't want that, so we will counter that. Just a good old hard counter. So now we would love Snapcaster Mage. How's it going, Lord Boswell? I don't think... No, so we're gonna just play our land and pass. Because we can actually pair up Wizard's Lightning plus Lavamancer to kill 2 things. We are running out of tempo pretty quick. So here's the hope. Opponent has 5 lands in hand. Oh, that doesn't look like 5 lands. 4 lands in hand. Huntmaster of the Fells. Yep. Can't really do anything about that. If he misses a land drop, that means it doesn't have any lands in hand. That's not good for us. So I'm going to shoot this guy. We're going to save the Burst Lightning just because we are pretty close to being able to play it and kick it. And so I want to be able to do that if need be. Another Lavamancer. They are kind of, looks like they're restricted on mana, which is not a bad thing for us. I'll play another Lavamancer. And pass. Double Lavamancer really is redundant. We're not even close to being at a point where we're going to be able to use both of them, but that's okay. Eternal Witness. Ugh, how much I hate that card. Get back. Garuk. So now we need to draw a counter spell. I'll get back Huntmaster. So he's going to try to go wide. Also gets value of me not playing spells. So we want to kill this Eternal Witness. The question is which card do we want to use? I want to use Wizard Lightning because if we hit another land and they play another Garuk, a quick Wizard Burst Lightning actually kills Garuk. So we're going to Wizard's Lightning this Eternal Witness. We're going to give up 1 damage now to have the potential for an extra damage later to kill a Garuk. We're going to attack with 1 Lavamancer. So now if he plays Huntmaster again, we're able to Burst Lightning, or but we're still going to do the same thing. We're going to Lightning Bolt, activate Lavamancer. I want to keep Burst Lightning available because it kills things like that. They hit the land. So we know they're going to have a Utopia Sprawl. If we can hit a land, we can kick this Burst Lightning and kill this Courser. I really don't want to use my Lavamancer effect and my, let's see what they get. I don't really want to use Lavamancer and a burn spell to kill this Courser, unless I have to. So they get a Garuk. Things are not shaping up well. I actually will offer to trade a Lavamancer here. They wisely don't take it. They're debating. It's not going well. Between Eternal Witness and Courser Crucifix, they're going to generate an Oath of Nissa, so they're generating enough advantage to where my cards aren't cantripping, but theirs are. Because that's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards that replace themselves. And they are 4 cards, or 3 cards ahead of us in their deck, so that makes sense. Because Stranglegeist replaced itself because it brought itself back. Eternal Witness rebought the Huntmaster that's in their hands, and Oath of Nissa's both hit things. They're about to have another Eternal Witness, so they're, of course, they're going to land off the top. I think we're just going to pass. There's really nothing we gain from doing anything right now. So let's see what cards they choose to play. Hit the land. I don't think there's a way we can stabilize and win this game. This is definitely not what looks like a great matchup. Yeah. One, two, three, 4, 5. Oh no, actually Nykthos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's 6 green, 7, 8. They have 8 mana. So we can play Eternal Witness and Huntmaster. It's pretty good. Yeah, this is pretty easy GG's. Let's just see what their plays are. Huntmaster. And then Eternal Witness, rebuying. Honestly, the best thing to do is Eternal Witness and you rebuy Eternal Witness. Because right now you're far ahead, right? So you just rebuy the card that will always get you whatever card you need the most out of your graveyard. Basically, it's like a tutor. Let's see if they do that. In this spot, they're far enough ahead that should be their play. Get another Eternal Witness to hand. So if I answer anything on this board, they can just Eternal Witness it back again. Play this Garuk. Shangoro, guys. That is the wrong choice. I mean, it was either Eternal Witness or Oath of Nissa. Go find better cards because you can use it this turn, or Eternal Witness, so that way you constantly have a flow of things. But I mean, they were far enough ahead no matter what. Okay, so we actually get a trade with this Courser. We're going to Lightning Bolt the Courser. And then we're going to activate the Lavamancer and shoot the Huntmaster. If we hit a land, we can kill the Garuk. This is all where if they got back Eternal Witness, they don't risk losing like a massive chunk of their board. Don't hit the land. We could have killed Garuk by Burst Lightning and then activate Grim Lavamancer. Yeah, we're dead no matter what. So they definitely, in that spot, you want to Eternal, if you're that far ahead, you want to Eternal Witness, and you want to rebuy. So whenever it returns a card from your graveyard to your hand, you want to get the other Eternal Witness back. So you just have this loop. I have this Eternal Witness to play, you killed it, I'll play an Eternal Witness, getting back an Eternal Witness. So you basically have infinite 2/1s. You only have one of them at a time. But I think that's definitely the play that you want to make.